my gosh, you guys, I've been not sharing this before, but I feel like it was time to tell you guys what's really been going on. Basically, I moved to LA like a year and a half ago, and I signed a lease for this apartment that was gorgeous. Like, I had this little peekaboo view of the ocean, place for my music studio. Renewed the lease after a year. Just as soon as I signed on a new lease, all of these mysterious, weird issues started popping up. It was like turned into like this psychological horror story where I couldn't figure out what was going on, because basically every night I would wake up with like my body covered in weird bites that I first thought were like mosquito bites. And then everyone was like, no, you have bed bugs. And I was like, oh shit. Told my landlord, like, got the exterminators out there. And meanwhile, I'm looking around and everything is like beautifully sparkling clean. And I'm like, I don't think I have bed bugs. New mattresses, nothing gross anywhere. The exterminators came through and they were like, no, you definitely don't have bed bugs. Like, there would be signs of it. We would be able to see it. Well, then what is it? And they were like, you got nothing, you're good. And I'm like, well, I obviously have something because I'm waking up every day covered in bites. I started like being like, am I making this up? Is this an allergic reaction to something else? Like maybe it was like outside from the gym or other places. So I went and I actually like stayed in a hotel for 2 days to do like a test. And I was like, let me see if I get bitten if I stay at a hotel. 2 days in a hotel, didn't wake up with any bites. So I go back to my apartment. I'm like, okay, maybe it all just went away. Let me try my apartment again. Go to sleep. And I'm covered, by the way, full pants, socks up to my knees, sweatshirt over my head, like fully covered because I'm just like scared of getting bitten. And I wake up the next morning with bites in like my most private areas. And at that point I had like reached my complete, like the end of my limits. And I just can't, this is unacceptable. Anyways, I've just been in this really weird place ever since, like going from like random Airbnb to Airbnb. My landlord, meanwhile, wasn't getting back to me, ignoring all my texts. I had no proof that anything happened because the exterminators said there was nothing and there were no bed bugs. And so I was paying like my original rent plus my Airbnb, basically like depleting my life savings. I'm just sharing because I feel like, I don't know, we don't talk enough about like the weird places we're in that nobody necessarily knows about. And so that's been what's been going on for me, like in reality, and it's completely thrown me off. I feel like I'm behind in everything that I want to do because I don't have a stable home. It made me feel like I was in this weird like psychological horror story because anybody else who came to my house was not getting any bites. And they were like, are you sure? Like, well, I started thinking I was crazy until I was finally validated. Last week, a friend of mine comes over. After being there for like 10 minutes, she pulls up her hand. She's like, Sumi, I think I got a bite. And I was like, what? Oh my God, hallelujah. I'm not crazy. So weird shit going on, you guys. Who else is in a weird time right now?